God's Master Plan for Salvation. Written and narrated by Wendy. Chapter 2. When most people read the Old Testament, they only see that it is a history book of a religion. However, if you allow yourself to think outside of the box, you will see that the Almighty is sharing things about Himself. The Bible is full of hidden mysteries. For instance, God told Moses, "You will be like God to Pharaoh, and Aaron will be your prophet." Moses was married to a woman named Zipporah. She is one of 7 daughters, and her name means bird. It is common knowledge that the Holy Spirit is identified as a bird. When we link Moses, who is like God, to his wife Zipporah, and include the number 7, we can see that God is married to the Holy Spirit with a divine covenant. For those who seek a deeper understanding of God, the Bible is full of hidden treasures. When you read about the forefathers, don't look at them as mere people. Let's take a look at Abraham. The author of creation promised him that his children would be like the stars of the heavens for multitude. Then Abraham was told to get a 3-year-old heifer, a 3-year-old she-goat, a 3-year-old ram, a turtle dove, and a pigeon. When he sacrificed them, he had to split all of them in half except the birds. Later, when it was dark, a smoking furnace and a burning lamp were seen moving between the pieces. We see that there are 3 kinds of animals, most of which are 3 years old. The number 3 is very important. It means divine wholeness and completeness. However, Abraham was told to split the animals in half, all but the birds. It is as if the cow gave birth to the she-goat and ram, which gave birth to the turtle dove and pigeon. It isn't until the 3rd animal type, the birds, that they are allowed to remain whole. And so these sacrifices reinforce the idea of being whole and complete. The smoking furnace represents the divine masculine energy of God, which is dark, and the burning lamp represents the feminine energy of God, which is light. It's interesting to see that Judaism has 3 forefathers: Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Each of their lives are rich with hidden treasures. However, because I want to focus on the number 3, let's take a look into part of Jacob's life. Jacob, who is the 3rd and last of the forefathers, is the youngest of twins. However, because he is crafty, he acquires the birthright and blessing of his father. After doing so, Jacob travels to a faraway land to go find his bride. On his journey, he sees a ladder where angels are ascending and descending from heaven. Then he makes a deal with God. If God feeds and clothes him, then he will serve God. Jacob eventually arrives at a well that is sealed with a great stone. 2 shepherds and their flocks are near the sealed well. Jacob, who knows a thing or 2 about shepherding, tells them to remove the stone and water the flocks. However, the shepherds say something strange. They tell Jacob that they cannot remove the stone until the 3rd shepherd comes. Shortly after this, Jacob discovers that the 3rd shepherd is a woman named Rachel. He instantly falls in love with her, and he is willing to shepherd her father's flocks in order to win her hand in marriage. If we look at the 3 forefathers as a representation of Judeo-Christianity, then Abraham, whose name means father of multitudes, symbolizes Judaism, where God the Father laid down the law. Isaac, whose name means he laughs, symbolizes Christianity, where believers have enjoyed the blessings of God. And Jacob, the supplanter, whose name was changed to Israel, which can be interpreted as he is a prince of God, symbolizes the male energy of the New Jerusalem, where the 3rd shepherd, the bride, is supplanted by her husband, so that the Prince of God rules. The name Rachel means female sheep of God, and so the love story between Jacob and Rachel is a foreshadowing of the marriage supper of the Lamb.